fun set, Gotti. But listen, talk through this viral video you're about to show, because it is a jaw dropper, I think, to a lot of folks.
Yeah, absolutely, Hallie. This video really starts off with that clickbaity headline. It is, watch what Obama says in this video, but you got to watch it very, very carefully. Take a look.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
It's a familiar face in a public message,
even if they would never say those things.
And at first glance, the video posted on YouTube by BuzzFeed looks kind of legit, but then it takes a turn.
For instance, they could have me say things like, I don't know, Killmonger was right, or Ben Carson is in the sunken place.
But then 36 seconds into the video, the latest in fake news technology is revealed.
Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele.
The voice and mouth of director Jordan Peele reminding people you can't always trust what you see on the internet. This is an example of something called a deep fake, or video made with artificial intelligence that's difficult, if not impossible, to spot.
6 minutes and 20 seconds with an AR-15 and
a step up from pictures like this one of a fake photo of Emma Gonzalez showing the Parkland shooting survivor appearing to tear up the Constitution when in reality she was tearing up a shooting target. These days, there are a whole host of apps dedicated to making fake pictures and even fake presidential tweets.
Real, that's real.
Real?
No.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, it is tough. That's fake, that's fake.
But now experts say more deep fake apps are in the works that'll give people the power to take someone's face and put it on someone else's body. For now, there are still telltale signs you can look for if something's suspicious. First, consider the source, do your research, and look closely at the person's mouth, where the technology still struggles to replicate exactly how we talk. But with the tech getting better every day, experts warn this could be another major hurdle in separating fact from fiction online, even if most of the first deepfakes seem more like ominous jokes.
We need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet. That's a time when we need to rely on trusted news sources.
And the video ends with President Obama or Mr. Peele saying, stay woke. That's really the message here. Now, one of the things that's going to make this very difficult to regulate is that a lot of this falls right smack in the middle of a free speech argument. You see a lot of those videos are made as parodies. They're trying to make people laugh.
Right.
And they're pretty funny if you're sharing them with your friends. In fact, Hallie, don't get mad at me. I'm not going to put you on blast here, but I just took your face, put it into Twilight as Bella, and I'm going to text it to you. I'll let you put it out on Twitter if you want. But yeah,
okay, that's weird.
It's pretty easy when you get these apps.
Yeah.
But I don't want to put it out there just in case people have malicious intents.
My man, Gotti Schwartz, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. So I got to bring in Clint Watts here, MSNBC national security analyst, former FBI special agent, because Clint, your new book, the soon-to-be-released book, Messing with the Enemy, Surviving in a Social Media World of Hackers, Terrorists, Russians, and Fake News, actually talks about this very thing. And as Gotti points out, listen, this is funny right now. It's meant to be parody. It's meant to be satire. It's meant for you to send to your friends, to text to your pals, and be very lighthearted about it, but it can actually be really dangerous, right? Especially when you think about where the technology is going to go in a couple years from now.
Yeah, the technology is moving way faster than our ability to assess what is true. And the other thing is, for a lot of populations around the world, like we've seen in Southeast Asia, for example, they've come very late into the mobile technologies, and they've come to it through Facebook. So their ability really to pick out fact versus fiction is less. They just have less experience on the platform. And particularly we've seen, when I was watching Russian disinformation, it's older populations who aren't really familiar with social media and the internet are just coming onto it. They're having a difficult time, dissecting what's true, what is false when they look at this content.
So as a person who views content, right, if you're at home and you're watching or you're online, how are you supposed to protect yourself? Gotti talked about government regulations being tricky because of this sort of line with free speech, of course. So as consumers, what are you watching for?
Yeah, this is what is so hard. We don't really have a good independent source to look at it. I've always advocated for information consumer reports. How can we look at different outlets, get a rating to kind of understand what they're producing? Because like The Onion's fantastic. You can make great jokes with it, but people still believe sometimes The Onion. The other thing that's really important to remember as you're going through this is we fall for this through implicit bias on social media. We think, oh, if our friends send it to us, they must be telling us the truth. And what you need to know is your friends may not know it's not the truth, so help them out too.
Clint Watts, thank you for talking us through that. Looking forward to reading your book. I appreciate it. We're going to be right back to end the show, as always, with today's big picture.
To stay successful in business, you've got to navigate a lot of moving parts. On Your Business, we've got your back with expert advice on topics from getting funding to creating eye-catching marketing. And each week, we'll focus on ideas for growing your business, bringing all the